Hi, it's Malcolm here, and in this video I am going to show you the results from a simple automated Dob test running for almost 3 weeks. Not only will we look at the results, but also how we've managed to get 18 winning days in a row. Also, if you would stay to the end, I will give you a link to the updated results and a free Dob course. Here we go! Okay, so first let's have a look at the results sheet. Now, I'm going to be looking at the screen from now on, so if I don't look at you, I will try to remember to look at you sometimes, but generally I'll be looking at the screen and we can go through the results and what they mean and how it's all worked out. So basically, we've done a test which started on the 19th of the 5th of 2023. And the idea was, first of all, is I'd been watching these Dob selections for a while myself. And I decided, well, why not just try it on an open kind of test by putting them in a bot, which is the Grey Horse bot, which is my bot, which I use all the time. And I'll put a link to in the description just in case you're interested. And then for the first week, I just ran all the selections just to see what would happen. So if you look at it, you'll see like these were all the selections on the 19th all the way down. Now, what I started to do at the beginning was say, well, okay, what happened if we stopped at the first winner? So basically we stop at any profit. So that profit could be straight away pretty much just 1 point minus commission. Or if there was a loser and a winner and a loser and a winner, as you can see down here, it didn't quite come up to 47 pence, but 31 pence. Also, as we go down, I did increase the stakes gradually as well. And I want to show you a bit about that, because if we'd have increased the stakes just following stop at a winner, we'd have actually gone from 50p stakes to like £15 stakes. But we'll come to that in a bit later in the video. So I also done stop at 1 point plus. So in other words, it didn't stop at the first winner. But if we got over 1 point, which would in this case be 50 pence, that was what we was using as 1 point, 0.5% of the bank, then it would stop. But I also logged all the selections for the day, so we could see kind of what the profit and loss was each day. Now, in the PL daily column, we just add up the days, not the full up and down results, but just for that day. So you can see here on the 19th, we started off with a loser, then we had a winner, and then we had another winner, which kind of put us back up into our stop at any profit. And then we had another winner, which took us past the +1. If we come down, we'd have actually lost basically just over 1 point on the day, so not exactly terrible, but that led me to something else that I'll explain a bit later. So if we come down to the 20th, not so many selections. That could have been that was a Tuesday, I think. I can't remember. I think the 19th was a Monday, and we actually started off with a couple, well, 3 losers. 2 losers. Then we went into winners, and we had 3 winners in a row, which took us to our 0.31. So stop at any profit. And then we had another winner, which took us over 1 point's profit, and we stopped there. So again, it wasn't as much as it could be, but it was close. So on the 21st, we got a winner straight away, and we got 2 winners. So straight away we were stopped. Going back to the 20th, on the whole day we would have still made over 2 points profit. So it doesn't always lose every day. On the also, you might notice this stop at 2 points profit. I was just seeing also what would happen if you stopped at 2+ points. I actually stopped that after a while, but we'll come to that further down as well. But it was kind of up and down, but it was really no different to 1 point's profit, so I decided to leave it in the end. So yeah, so we'd have finished in profit on that on that second day. So the 21st, first 2 winners, no problem whatsoever, and it was quite a big day with loads of selections. And we would have ended. That was, I think, our worst day, where we ended up. What would that be? 6 points down or something like that. Pretty close to 6 points down. So that day, the stop at a winner worked really well. Now, as we're talking about stop at winner, I know people will be sitting there going, what about variance and all that sort of, this thing's going to catch up with you. And I do have some answers to that, but I'm not going to really go into them in this video. So we won on the first one, 49, and we lost, and we won on the second one. Going back to that variance thing, I do understand it, by the way. I do understand stop at winner variance and all that kind of thing. It's just that I'm kind of showed that it seems to be working the other way around. And if you look at the 6 points being our worst day since we've been trying it, and as we get to the bottom, you'll see that we've made 18 points on, and it kind of, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. And that on that worst day, we stopped at a profit anyway, so it didn't even affect us. Two winners anyway. So let's go down to the bottom of the 22nd. Another day with quite a few runners, and again, we would have lost £2.10. And I'm sure there's going to be a day where we don't get any winners or enough to make any profit, but we'll see. On the 23rd, we started off with a winner, so we got a stop at profit. But then we kind of went into a loser, winner, lose, winner. And it took all the way down to here on the 23rd, down to here, because we had suddenly a winning run, and we made 91 pence. So that's how we had, we'd still done it. We'd still made our +1 points profit. And on the day, because there were so many selections that day, went on and on and on and on, and we still ended up with some profit at the end of the day. And we could have probably stopped at a bit more profit, but it didn't look like that way during the day. So could have been an interesting day, but wasn't. The next day, that runner was really low, so we only made 9 pence profit on that day, but we won on the next one, so that took us up to over 1 points profit, and we won on the next one, and we won on the next one, and we won on the next one, and we won on the next one. And as you can see, we got up quite high on that day. How did we end up at the end of the day? On the 24th, we ended up at just over 1 points profit. So there's plenty of opportunity to get in and out of that race. So yeah, I mean, it did end up. So on the 25th, it started off as a bit of a bad day with 2 losers. Then we had a couple of winners, another loser, a couple of winners, and then it gradually came back to us. And we got our stop at profit, and we got our stop at 1 point. So this was the day I stopped recording. Oh, and how did we end up on the 25th? We ended up with minus 30 pence, so wouldn't have been a disastrous day. Weren't very many selections. Get a feeling that might have been the Sunday, but I'm not sure. That's when I stopped recording +2 as well, because what I started doing after this was just stopping the bot when it reached a profit, I think somewhere around here. So this was a day, yeah, I'm pretty sure this was a day where I went for stop at any profit and the bot would stop automatically. So basically we won on the first one, no problem whatsoever. So we would have stopped at profit, but we didn't get back into profit, and we actually finished the day down. So we'd have gone for stop +1 profit. We finished the day down at 1.55, so not a disaster. But yeah, we didn't make profit that day. On the 27th, it was 2 easy ones. First one won, second one won, so we're back in profit. We increased the stakes the next day a little bit. So on the 28th, we won on the first one, but again, we didn't win on the second one, and we ended up 1.37 down again. So a couple of losing days on that method, but it hasn't affected it massively. There's a couple more losing days. I think there was one reasonably bad one, but I can't remember. Let's go down and see. So the 29th, we won on that one, and then it took a couple, but we got down there and we won, there, and we got back into profit. The next day it was easy 2, the next day it was easy 2, and we put the stakes up again. So the next day on the 2nd, sorry, I had to repair that. That was actually 2 first. I put the 2nd in. When you scroll down with Excel, it automatically updates sometimes, and I didn't recognise that I'd done that. So that should be the 1st. So yeah, with that one on the 1st, we won on the first stop at profit, and we won on the second one. The next day, again, we had a really low price one, and we won. It won the race, so we won on it. But in fact, this was our worst day, wasn't it? Where we got down, but we were only using 92. We were using 92 pence stakes by this time, so that was still only just over 3 points down. So it wasn't as bad as that first day. So that took a bit of profit out of the plus 1 point again. So yeah, on the third, easy win. On the fourth, easy win. I switched. I had to shut down the server, shut down the bot, and just as I shut it down, I thought, oh no, I hadn't saved the results, but I had taken a screenshot and sent that out to Facebook and my email list the night before, that day anyway. The next day anyway, because I'd saved it because I wanted to show that I was using the staking method, which I'm not showing in this results sheet. But I've gone over to trying a recovery staking method, which I really don't want to talk about much in this video. But I'm trying it out to see what happens, but I'm not including that here. But you can see there that we won on the first one, we won on the next one, and the next one. Then we lost, and then I introduced the staking method, and we went on and won a couple more. That was that day. Then the next day, on the 5th, it was a little bit more hard work, but I don't know why I didn't put 09 in there. Oh no, the 5th we won on the first one there. That's right. And it took a few more races before we won on that one there at 189. So we made a nice little bit of profit there. And then the next day, which in fact, when I'm recording this, was yesterday, and it's only in the morning, so we haven't done today's yet. But yesterday we won easily. So all in all, we're 10 point. Well, we're not 10 points up because it's changed, but basically what we've had is 18 winners in a row. So 18 points. And this one hasn't had 18 winners in a row, but is slightly ahead. So I don't know. I can't make up my mind between the two of them, but let's have a look at the spreadsheet and then see what 18 winners means, and then we can go from there. Okay, so this is a trade target spreadsheet. You might have seen it before. I've shown people before, but basically we're going to pretend we've got £100 bank, and we're going to set it up for half a point. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just want to show you basically what it means. We're going to compound 25%. Now, you've got to be careful with compounding, because as you go up, obviously the amount of your stake to your bank can increase a little bit, skew whiffed. So it's not always the perfect thing, but the reason I do it this way is to show people that you can actually increase your stakes, but obviously you have to money manage, but you don't need big stakes to start with. You can just gradually grow your stakes, and as you get better, then your chances of losing become less and that kind of thing. So but what we're going to do is just leave that at 90%. So I'll explain that when we get to the other page. So we're using 0.5% of our bank. We're going to compound 25% onto our next stake, and we're going to go for a 90% target. Okay. So the idea is that as you win, you can add some to your stake winnings to the next one. Now you want to be a little bit careful about this, because obviously it's going to increase your stakes, and maybe increase your stakes slightly more against your bank than you probably want. But the idea is that as you win, you're playing with other people's money anyway, because you're winning money. So you can build your stakes up, but don't get too far away from your bank. But if we did it this way, we'd be up to like £15 stakes, somewhere around that, maybe a bit less. But you know, that's like less than a month it's taken to get to that by using this. And you might not want to build up that quickly. You might want to go to say 10%, which means, you know, we're only I know it seems like we haven't gone up very far, £2.16, but it's a nice gentle increase, which is not going to, you know, like get out of hand very quickly and that kind of thing. So, you know, 2 months and you're up to 10, and it just increases like that. So maybe you want to go a little bit more, maybe 15%, but just be a little bit careful with how much you compound, because you want to keep it reasonably on your bank. So that's 15%. So that probably is kind of where you'd probably want to be. But yeah, compounding just allows you to take some of your winnings and put it onto your next stake. You can do it that way. Or of course, you could just divide your bank by 5% every time, every day when you've won, and do it that way and build it up that way. You could do it that way as well. So there's lots of ways you could actually increase your bank, and you probably want to. And some people say, oh, let's wait until I double my bank. Well, at 50p stakes, that's going to take a while to do that. So you might want to do that. I don't mind, but you then want to. The problem is you then want to use more of your bank to stake, and then it comes to 1%, or do you use 5%? And then if you get into losing runs, then you're kind of in a bit of a problem. So just be careful. But you can do it this way, and it depends on what suits you. I don't know what suits you, but choose one of these ways. Okay, let's just have a look at the bot now, and then we can see how that's done over the last couple of days, because I had to reset it, so it hasn't got much on there, but let's have a look at it anyway. Okay, so as you can see, I restarted this on the 5th, and again, that was that winner on that day, and then we had those couple of losers, and then we had a few winners, which took us back into profit. And this is where I've been mucking around with staking plan. This staking plan is not the best one for this. And so far we've only had 4 or 5 winners in a row, losers in a row, but that's bound to change. But I just wanted to play around with the idea. Looking at the results so far, we haven't gone much past 4 losers in a row, and I kind of thought, well, I'll play around with it. It is only a test. I'm not doing this in real life for this. For this test, I wanted to try a staking plan. As you see, I mean, we lost £3 there and only made £3 back. We didn't actually make any extra profit. So, which might not be a bad thing. But if that when that gets to free loot, in fact, I think I can show you actually, yeah. So the next day, so there again, and then we had 3 losers, and as you can see, we basically got 2p profit. So we had lost a few quid there, and then we won on the next one, 197, and then we lost again. So we ended that day down a few points using the staking plan, not massively, but a few points down. So it didn't work very well yesterday, but that's the point of a test, is you just see what happens. But this staking plan is not the best one to use with this idea. But again, 3 losers, 1 loser. We'll see what happens today. I did have one day where we had 3 losers at the end of the day. No, 4 losers at the end of the day, and I was thinking, oh, will it lose the next day? But it won the next day. So if you was carrying over those losses, it would have been all right. So okay, so that's the test so far. I'm going to run it this coming week using the staking plan, but obviously seeing if we stopped and stopped at profit. But I use basic staking for stop at profit and stop at 1 point plus. Before we go, I wanted to show you another Dob test that I've been running for a couple of months, and it's actually free if you join the TTS Plus Dob software members, and it's the first or second video probably the second video in the members area. But basically, I've just been running this for a couple of months and just gradually putting up the stakes. It kind of goes up and down like that, but it gradually, every so often, it has a little peak and goes up. So like the last couple of days, it had a bad weekend, but then it made it up, and then it's gradually made up more and more, and it's back into profit. And again, I can put the stakes up again today, and I put them up to £2. So sometimes it only has one selection like today, sometimes it has a few more. As you can see, yesterday was a really good day for it, and the day before was pretty good as well with 3 winners. And all I do is every so often just put the stakes up by a little bit. I haven't really put a management system in place. I've just been testing it, and honestly, for week after week, it goes down and then it goes up a bit. You add the stakes and then it kind of goes down and then it goes up a bit more, and that's exactly how it's been playing. So I haven't done anything where I've massively increased the stakes, because I just want to see how it goes. But it is a long test and it's doing very, very well. But I didn't record most of it. I did at the beginning. I showed some people how it was running and everything. But since then I've been just running it. But again, we had to shut down the server, so some of the results are missing from the last few tests, because there were a few losers over the weekend, which put it back a little bit. But again, it's come back, and that's kind of what it does. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. The link to the free results is here, and the course is underneath it and in the description below. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up, because that evidently helps with the YouTube's algorithm, or AI, or whatever they call it. But if you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, then you'll get notified of new videos as they come out. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in next week's video if you decide to come and watch it. Thank you. Bye bye.